statement. And joining me now is Ben Hansen. He is the host of UFO Witness on Discovery Plus. He's also a UFO researcher. Ben, it's always good to see you. First of all, what do you make of this tweet from Jared Moskowitz where he's now saying there will be another hearing? Who do you think we might see? Like, what other witnesses could be coming forward?
Well, first of all, it's great news. I mean, because I felt the last hearing went really well, quite honestly. There was a lot of people that were kind of wanting that firsthand testimony. They wanted to see more evidence. You had Arrow director Kirkpatrick, who was displeased. He said that he wasn't coordinated with these witnesses. So there were some things that they could have done better, perhaps. So in this new hearing, I think it would really help if we do get some of those firsthand witnesses and cut through this red tape. We got to get right down to those that Rush had said he, was briefed from, and get into either classified, skiff, something, and then some of those firsthand witnesses that are able to come forward who've seen and handled this alleged material.
Yeah, and apparently there were witnesses that were supposed to testify the first time, several of them, that backed out at the very last minute because they felt intimidated. So who are those people? And maybe they'll come forward the second time around. A big day yesterday with NASA. They had the big press conference. They released their report. The headline, to me at least, was that they're now going to have this new position, director of UAP research. Do you think that's gonna go anywhere?
Well, I think they were worried that the same thing will happen to him that's happened to Kirkpatrick, right? As soon as you're put in the spotlight, the jokes start. Some outlets are calling him the alien hunter. They said they were actually getting threats, not just harassment. And so I think it was legit that they tried to keep him undercover for a while, but he's going to be the center of attention. And so I do think from what I've seen, he does have the qualifications of already being a liaison with the Pentagon. He's a meteorologist and a good person to have in there to kind of regain the trust from the public, because they have a PR nightmare right now. They really need an agency that people can go to and say, hey, look, we're going to be honest with you and transparent. You trust us. We're NASA.
Yeah, it was definitely a little weird when they didn't name him at first and then the name came out later. I think a lot of people just thought that was kind of shady. I got to ask you, Ben, about the alien babies. The picture of the alien babies from Mexico. I don't know what to make of this. I mean, we've tried to cover this topic seriously because there's real evidence, video from the Pentagon. We had the whistleblower first on NewsNation. It's a serious topic. There's something going on. But the alien, I'm lost with the alien babies. I think we may have just lost. Did we lose Ben? Look, we put the alien babies up and Ben goes away. Coincidence? We lost Ben. So we can't ask him about the alien babies. But let's see the alien babies again, because we didn't get to see them very long. I don't know. Like I said, I take this topic very seriously. We've covered it all very seriously. But those little alien babies, I don't know what to make of the alien babies. And is Ben back? Perfect.
I've been here.
Ben,
can you hear me?
Tell us about the alien baby. Yes, I was questioning whether these alien babies that Mexico has released photos of could really be real.
So it's okay to chuckle, okay? I think the way that it was presented was theatrical. It was a big mistake. This was not ready for prime time. I'm not willing to say that there's nothing to this yet, only because my co-host on UFO Witness did the documentary in 2017, went down to Peru. They did have 3 supposed independent labs test the DNA. Now, she can't vouch for the whole process and to know if it was embellished or not. She was just a producer. But I do think it needs to be looked into. But it was not the right way to do it. Suppose this is real. I mean, they come out with kind of like coffins and bring them out. And Jaime Maussan's an acquaintance of mine. But I'll just say this: Jaime is like a showman, and I've never known him to hoax anything. Okay, but he'll promote anything. He won't question anything, and so he's not the objective person I would have had come out to reveal this.
Yeah, we'll wait and see again. I mean, I don't know. That's where I don't know what I make of those alien babies. But I always like talking to you, Ben. It's interesting. I can't wait to see what comes out of this situation with NASA and them appointing this new position. Thanks for coming on with us, Ben. We'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.